Hi everybody, and welcome back to our kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make a dairy-free ranch dressing mix that you can make your own ranch dressing mix or ranch dressing with no dairy in it, and that's a problem with us folks that can't have it. So I'm going to show you how to mix this together, and I'll be right back. First of all, you're going to need 6 tablespoons of dried parsley. Now I bought this bottle at Big Lots for $1. I'm sure your Dollar Trees and stuff like that have spices that are cheap. Just make sure you use them up within a year because they'll lose their flavor. Second of all, you're going to need 2 tablespoons of dill, dried dill. And this one I bought at my grocery store in the produce section. It's called Lighthouse, and it's freeze-dried herbs. Next, you're going to need 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. Hang on, I lost my tablespoon. There we go. 2 tablespoons of this. You're going to need a tablespoon of onion powder. I got these at Sam's, and you can get these at Costco or wherever. And you don't have to get such a big bottle if you don't want to. The only reason I did is because I cook all the time, and I do use this stuff up. So then you're going to need a tablespoon of the minced onion. Also, I got it at Sam's Club. And what that does is it's a dried onion that will absorb the mayonnaise at the end of our video for the dressing. You're going to need a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper. I didn't go too crazy on the salt. And then this is a tablespoon of freeze-dried chives. Now, I also got that at the grocery store in the produce section. It's also freeze-dried. But the problem is you're not going to have, if you're a new cook, all these bottles of herbs and stuff. So just get one at a time when you can afford it. If they're on sale, just pick up a bottle. And then eventually you'll have a whole pantry full of the herbs that you need. Now, last year I had some herbs on my porch that I grew, and I actually dried those out. And what I did is, instead of putting them in the oven or anything, I just put them in a paper bag. I let them sit on my counter for probably about 2 weeks, and then I took them out, crumbled them up, put them in my spice jars. Okay, that's it for the dry mix. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your lid on your container. You can use a mason jar if you want. I'm using this container because it's got a lid. Shake it up, mix it around, and make sure it's all mixed up. I can see that dried powder, it's mixing in fine now. At first it didn't want to mix. Now I'm going to show you how to make the the dressing. So first of all, you're going to need 1/3 cup of mayonnaise. Any brand of your choice. Doesn't matter if it's a store brand or Hellmann's or whatever you could have in your refrigerator. You're going to need 1/4 cup of milk. In this case I used almond milk. I'm just going to pour half of it in for now. And I just have to do the Dijon. My favorite. Why I'm doing Dijon mustard in this is when you make ranch dressing, usually it's buttermilk ranch dressing, and it's got the little bit of twang in it. from the buttermilk. So I want the vinegar flavor in here. I don't think you'll taste the mustard, but I'll let you know at the end. And then we take a tablespoon of our dried dressing mix. It's a tablespoon. If you want to double this recipe, of course you're going to double all the ingredients, including the dried mix. Now I can keep this in my pantry. I may transfer it to a smaller spice jar that I've saved from other times, like when I ran out of a spice, I just saved the bottle. Now I'm going to mix this up. Let me use a whisk, because I like to use whisks. It's going to seem lumpy at first, but just keep mixing. Now another point is, because you're using dried herbs, you might want to let this sit on your counter for a while before you use it. That way all the spices, like the minced onions, can infuse the flavor into the mix. I'm not going to add any more milk. That was about half of that quarter cup, I'd say. I wanted to go slowly because I didn't want it too runny. Now I'm going to do a taste test. Let me get a fresh spoon. It looks really good. Now mind you, I haven't let this sit to infuse the flavors yet. But once I do, it's going to taste terrific. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Don't forget to subscribe and push the like button and the bell so you can get recipes, other recipes. And I'm looking for suggestions on recipes that you might like to see that are gluten-free, dairy-free, low carb. So shoot me a message in the description box, and also this recipe will be in the description box also. So we'll see you next time. Bye.